Welcome back to the Buffalo Plus channel. Mike Catalana, Dan Fates. I'm Jenna Cottrell. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy our content. The Bills getting ready for the game against the Falcons on Sunday. Buffalo coming off a big win against the Patriots. Mike, what does this Bills team need to do in Highmark Stadium on Sunday?
I think they play their game, right? It's right in front of them. We know the playoffs are coming. We're not there yet. And for the Bills, it's not there because while they do have the edge on the Patriots, there's no margin for error here, right? Yeah. You can't allow New England to take the edge that you've earned over them right now. I mean, they're tied in the standings, but it's a divisional tiebreaker. We're that close between the two teams. So you take care of your own business, you go there. And it's one thing to talk about controlling your own destiny when there's 5 games left in a season. It's just 2. It's Atlanta and the Jets. And there's no excuses for the Bills to not play their game. And they play their game. They're a considerably better team than the Falcons at home. It should be, while it's never easy in the NFL, they've got some pretty good players. It should be a game that the better team wins, and the Bills are certainly the better team.
Yeah, I said it on our Buffalo Plus live show on Thursday. I just think this is a carbon copy of what we saw with the Panthers game. Yeah, they have a quarterback that's a former MVP and that they can do some good things. This team does have a couple of weapons on offense, Cordell Patterson, things like that. But this is a get in, get out, take care of your business, defend your dirt, all the cliches, and just kind of sweep up the mess and go on and move on. This is now January football. There are no pretty wins. There are no pretty statement victories, anything like that. This is get in, get out, move on to week 17, 18, and then just kind of be done with it.
Get your W and go from there. No, I agree. I feel like because of where we're at in the season, like the Bills did so much work against the Patriots. Like they've put themselves in this great position. And it's nice because they control what they need to do. They just have to do what they need to do. And look, we know they're going to make the playoffs. It's just what do they do in terms of these last couple of games? Because, damn, we know that's huge in terms of playoff seeding and everything.
Yeah, kind of like going off of what Mike said too, where it's like play your game. I think it's also continue to play your game. This is where you want to continue this momentum that you've built over the last 10 quarters going back to Tampa Bay. And yeah, like I think I saw they're like a 98% chance to make the playoffs and things like that. But you want to be going in there playing your best. This would just be such a letdown to lose, and then even to pick up the division a different way or whatever. Just the fact of you're playing your best football now, continue going in that upward trajectory like Tampa Bay did last year and got hot at the right time.
Yeah, and the other thing, Jenna, is you have an opportunity. Look, you win these games, you definitely get a home game, you're division champs. You win these games, you certainly have an opportunity to maybe move up one in the seedings, which when you look at the seedings right now, they're the 4 seed, which would be the lowest division winner. It's based on some tiebreakers. And the 5 seed is the Indianapolis Colts. Okay. So a lot can change, with the Colts and the Bengals that are right in front of them. But if the Bills win and move up, the immediate thing you might lose out on the Colts. You won't have to play the Colts. And if you don't play them in the first game, in all likelihood, you can't really play the Colts until the possibility would be in the AFC Championship game. That's the way it would work out. And I know it sounds funny to be thinking more about a team behind you, but I think we all believe that's not a great matchup. So if the Bills go and get the win this week, few things happen, they can move up. I don't know if they can move up to 2. I think that would take a lot because they lost head-to-head with the Titans, but you certainly can move up to 3.
Yeah.
Mike, hasn't that happened like the NBA where things are so shuffled at the top, teams have kind of rested players and kind of fallen down because they match up better with like the 8th, the 6th seed and the 7th seed kind of things like that?
Yeah, but you know why I was thinking about that? I was thinking about teams who might say, well, does it matter if we're the 2? Here's where it matters. Because if you're 1 seed, you want to be as high up as you can. Yeah. Because if there's an upset, you gain another home game or maybe 2 home games. Like right now, the Bills, like say they're the 4, but you move up to the 3. You get one of those top 2 teams gets knocked off, you get another home game. That's the way it would work. So I think that is really the key here is to, Jenna said, you play your game, you go against a team you're better than, you get a win, and then you see how it maps out. The only thing the Bills can do, Jenna, is go out and try to win these 2 games, and then where it falls, it falls.
Yeah, I feel like so many Bills fans are just relieved. It's no longer in the hunt graphics. It's no longer playoff math. It's like, all right, they just need to do what they need to do, and they've been playing well. Mike, Dan, what do you want to see out of Allen in this game?
I want to see him play his game, and he did. And he played with a level of confidence that honestly, we've gone back to it a few times. I do think it started in that game in Tampa. Ironically, a loss and a game where he got hurt. But he played solid in the next week, and then he played a spectacular game against the Patriots. And honestly, I think he can go out and play just as efficiently and torch the Falcons in this game. And maybe it wouldn't get the attention that it did because it was against the Patriots for first place.
Yeah.
But he's that good. He's that good like Rodgers does it, like Mahomes does it, like Brady does it, where it's, 290, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, move on to the next week. And I think he's at that level now, Dan.
I want to see him continue to take the cheese, especially early in the game. I thought Mike and I were tweeting it at the exact same time during that game in Foxborough. Early on, he was quick to Devin Singletary. He was quick to Isaiah McKenzie. He was quick to Dawson Knox. It was very efficient. And again, it wasn't flashy. But guess what? It kept the other posts. It kept Mac Jones and the Patriots offense on the sidelines. It was Brady-like, where it was 6 plays or 6 yards, 5 yards, first down, 8 yards. And then things opened up as the game went on.
Yep.
But early on, he stayed composed and took the cheese. He took the simple throws underneath and didn't necessarily go for the big Gouda shot down the field. He took the cheddar.
Gouda is still cheese.
Dan is hungry.
No, it's the simple cheese. He took the American cheese. He took the cheddar cheese. He didn't need the blue cheese down the field or the Gouda. He just took what was in front. Yes, it was simple. Keep doing that because that will open up so much more because I don't think teams believe he's patient enough to do that. And he was against New England. And Josh said this week, that goes all the way back to the Tennessee game, and that he wasn't patient enough, and that he learned that this cover 2 shell that he's been seeing all season. And I'm not going to try and break it down for you because I don't even understand it all. I've never been an NFL quarterback. But it's the fact of they make you settle for everything in front of you. And I thought Josh did a phenomenal job of that on Sunday in Foxborough.
Yeah, no, I think it was interesting hearing Allen say that Titans game kind of helped him because we think of that being, what was that game, October? Like it seems like so far away, but obviously it helped out Allen. That's what he mentioned. We got to talk Falcons a little bit.
Yeah.
Mike, they have a veteran quarterback, a guy who's seen it all in Matt Ryan. That can be, there's no way not no way, but he can be able to pick apart a defense when he needs to in spots because he's done it before.
Yeah. You know who I think of? I think a little bit of Phillip Rivers. I saw him in the playoffs last year. Veteran guy, doesn't move particularly well, but is smart, has some weapons. And we saw Rivers do that to this Bills defense in the playoffs last year and nearly knocked him off. Now, that was a much better team than what the Atlanta Falcons will bring. But, the Bills have had some games against some veteran quarterbacks, guys that have been around, Roethlisberger, and certainly Mahomes, Carson Wentz, guys that have played. But, Matt Ryan's got quite a resume for a guy. I think he's maybe a little, I won't even say overrated, overranked because his numbers are so high. But he's still a really good player. Yeah. He's got huge numbers that he's put up throughout his career. But again, you give him time. You've got Kyle Pitts. You got Patterson. You have guys that'll run down and, and make plays for you. They can score. I think it's a good challenge for this Bills defense this week. And I think this is a team that is going to try to mix it up on you a little bit. But again, they haven't beaten a good team all year. Week 17 in Orchard Park shouldn't be the place where Atlanta finally figures out how to beat a good team.
No.
Yeah, I think this will be the first, maybe the best passing attack that they'll see post Trey White's injury. So maybe this will be the good test to kind of see where they're at. Again, Kyle Pitts, matchup nightmare for any opposing defense. So I think, to Mike's point, I think this is a good test there because, again, you're not going to confuse Matt Ryan. You're not going to really surprise him. He's seen it all. So this will be, going back to Trevor Siemian, the Tampa Bay game. Sorry. Obviously, the Tampa Bay game was the first real test, obviously without Trey White.
Yeah.
But the Patriots games,
hurt in that game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Right. That's when Trey got hurt. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the Tampa
New Orleans. I'm sorry. Got hurt in New Orleans the first game he didn't play. You're absolutely right. Because I think Brady is pretty good.
Yeah,
I've heard that.
I'm gonna get roasted for that. People are gonna start commenting, and before they hit send, they're gonna be like, "This idiot, he forgot about the Bucks game." Like, yeah, I forgot about that one, but everything else has been kind of pretty easy. So it'll be interesting. Big test here.
All right, Mike, what's your picks, predictions for Sunday?
Yeah. I think it's the Bills handle them from the start. I think it's one of those kind of games. It's not where we're sitting there going, I cannot believe Atlanta's in the game here. They're not going to be in the game. It's not going to be a shutout. I think the Atlanta can move the ball at least somewhat, but I think the Bills are in control the whole way. I've got them 34-13 Buffalo.
Dan, what about you?
Boring game. I think there's a lack of energy just knowing what's in front of them, what's behind them too. It's the kind of the emotional letdown. Bills get the win. I'm with Mike. It's probably comfortable, 17-0 at some point. Maybe it's 17-3, but I got this one finishing closer than maybe Mike has it, or some people want it to be 24-13. I think the Falcons cover the 2-touchdown spread though.
Okay. I think like Highmark Stadium thinks it's going to be more of a boring game because tickets are as low as $11. So I feel like that kind of says exactly what the matchup means. I have the Bills also winning this one. I don't think there's any surprises in it. I have 27-13 Buffalo getting the win. I just think that this Bills team is better. They're playing better ball. I think while the Falcons are led by Matt Ryan and they do have those weapons like you mentioned, I mean, Kyle Pitts is a monster, but the Bills are just, they're the better group. And the way they've been playing lately has shown that. So I think it's an easier day for Allen and for other guys, maybe Devin Singletary getting involved as well. But yeah, I have the Bills winning this one, taking care of business. And I think that's the biggest thing, Mike, is just taking care of what you need to do. And that's just picking up the win.
Yeah. Again, this puts to the test how this team can just segment things and say, we won. They always say about the 24 hours. And that's hard to put that Patriots game away after 24 hours because of what it meant. But they get right back at it. You get guys getting back on the field. They're getting their players back. And Dan, I wanted to ask you, you've been hot with the best bets. I am assuming you're under. What's the under-over on this game? Because, most of those Falcons games have been, I'm making him look him up here. I'm going to guess that sounds a little lower scoring. And I wonder if it ends up, being that. I mean, the Bills right now seem to be able to, move the ball. They move the ball at will against that New England defense. So I'm going to guess. Let's see if I can guess with the under-overs. I'm going to say 47.
44.
Oh,
wow.
That's kind of low.
Yeah, it does seem low.
I got it. Wait.
The Falcons only average 18 points per game.
Gross. That's usually when they lose, though. It's losing by.
Well, we'll see what ends up happening. But I like it to be a comfortable win for the Bills. And then we should, at that point, we'll get a much clearer picture of the way the playoffs look.
Yeah. Week 17. I can't believe it. I feel like the season has both slowly went by and then flew by at the same time somehow. All right. For Mike and Dan, I'm Jenna. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We always appreciate it. We'll be at the game Sunday. We'll have all your post-game, pre-game stuff as well. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for checking out Buffalo Plus. We will see you. Mike, stop laughing. We will see you next time. Thanks for watching.